In order to exercise 7 days a week, you must fundamentally believe that you are an athlete. I'm very fortunate. My mum spotted at age 8 that I had athletic potential, so I played rugby from age 8 to 18. My school also had the facilities so I could do athletics and compete. And in doing this and proving to myself that not only that I was an athlete and I could achieve, this built a mindset in my head. I am an athlete, and now I can't stop. Although those things have ended, I can't stop. I go to the gym, I box, I do yoga because I believe I am an athlete. In order to believe that you're an athlete, you need to reevaluate the story that's going on in your head. Oh, I can't do this. I've never been that good at this. I don't have time for this. You need to replace those beliefs about yourself, this story in your mind, with a new narrative. You need to think as an athlete thinks. What does an athlete eat? Look into it. Start eating like an athlete. This adds to the identity that you're building, that you are an athlete. Set goals. Athletes set goals. Why don't you set fitness goals? Do as the athlete does. Be competitive. This is another thing. We're told that want to look around and see other people and then feel not so good about yourself and want to do better. That's a bad thing. That's healthy competition. That's not something that should be stamped out. Use that as inspiration to better yourself. It's not a bad thing. And even doing things like looking what an athlete wears. If there's a particular brand that you think that athletes wear that brand. I saw this overweight girl in the gym, and she was wearing this like Nike leggings and Nike top, and it's nice, and I could tell like she probably gets excited to put that outfit on and to work out in it. If that's what it takes for her to identify with that, I know it's a capitalistic approach, but if it works and it gets you in the gym, do it. Details like what time you're going as well. Think about all of these things. Have them planned ahead. Don't just be like, oh, I don't have time. Make time in your schedule for it. And also as well, on top of that, athletes don't make excuses as well. Oh, I'm too tired. I can't go to the gym. I can't work out. I can't do this sport. Well, athletes get tired, but they don't make the excuses. They're tired and they continue. I get tired. So I don't always feel like doing what I'm about to do, but I'm like, athletes do it anyway. They train regardless of how they feel. So yeah, getting that athlete mentality into your head, that's the way everything comes from that. Once you have this in here, everything else falls into place. But obviously, naturally, you don't start thinking like an athlete and then become an athlete. This takes time, and this is absolutely what should happen. It's incremental. You build it up. You make it easy for yourself, and you focus on consistency. You go to the gym once a week for 20 minutes, and it's a very reasonable, normal session. You're like, oh, that was easy, but you do that every week. And then maybe you start going 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Then you start going twice a week. Then it's always achievable targets, easy. And before you know it, you're in the gym as many days a week as you want to go. This mentality may have been distilled into me, and I'm very grateful for it, but there's other things that haven't been distilled into me that I've had to manually change, and that's why I know that this is possible. Very recently, I had the mentality that I am lazy with the work that I do. I'm the type of person that, I'd spend loads of time on social media being lazy. And recently I had to grab my own mind and change that and change my story and change how I identify, even though I've been doing that for years. I'd be like, no, you're not lazy. You are the type of person that works 7 days a week and can make a YouTube video every day and can work out every day. And you do have time for it if you schedule it properly. Like, that is something that I've had to manually change. I've had to wake up and decide that today I'm going to be a different man. And you absolutely can do that with your exercise. So when I say this to you, you're going to have one of two reactions. Either you'll be like, I don't really care, and you're probably not even watching at this point if that's what your reaction is. I don't care. That, you know, I'm not bothered about being an athlete and stuff, and that's fine. You know, that's, you know, there's nothing I can do about that, and being an athlete's not for you in that case. But if you're still here and there's this ache in your soul that I'm reminding you that you're not fulfilling your potential, that you could be more. Maybe you were an athlete before and you've slipped off, or maybe you've always wanted to be and you've always made these excuses. Somehow there's something in the back of your mind, there's an ache in your soul reminding you that I'm actually telling the truth to you right now. If that's what's happening right now, then what I say to you is that tomorrow morning when you wake up, you don't have to be the same man that you've been. This is a lesson that I've had to learn recently. You have no obligation to continue the story of your life, the narrative that you have in your mind about yourself. If tomorrow morning you wake up and you decide, I am going to be an athlete. Today I'm an athlete, and I'm going to eat as an athlete does, and I'm going to look into how to train as an athlete, and I'm going to make time for it like an athlete does. Then you're an athlete. Then you will go to the gym as many times as you want. If that's 7 days, if that's 7 days of exercise in the week, fantastic. But you have the ability to rewrite your own mind and your own belief structure about yourself, and no one else has that ability. You can alter your mind quicker and more freely than any single other entity in the world. It is up to you. Hope this inspires you if you have not been working as hard as your soul is telling you to. And I'll see you in the next one.